Hello everyone. In this video I'll be showing you how to play through a game of Luckless 7. Although there is a tutorial available in the game, I'm actually for this video going to jump immediately into a game and show you how things are done. When you go to the free play tab, you'll notice that there are two main game types available, balanced draft and random draft. Both types are similar in that they deal the player a random set of cards. The difference being in balanced draft, it chooses a couple cards from each card type to make sure players have a well-rounded hand. The number after each game type merely signifies the amount of games that will be played, 3 being the shortest and 9 being the highest. For this video I'll be doing a balanced 5. Luckless 7 is played very similarly to Blackjack, but with a few key differences. In Luckless 7 the player is trying to hit a score of 20 as close as possible without going over. In addition, they have a hand in which they can play cards to influence their score. All cards in Luckless 7 are color-coded based on their effect. Blue cards add the value of that card to their score, while red cards subtract that value. Some cards are more complex and have two different functions, and they'll be symbolized by having two different color types. The color on top represents what type of effect the card will have. For example, this blue-red dual card can act as both an addition and subtraction card. When blue is on top, it will add 2 to your current score. If I flip the card and red is on top, it'll subtract 2 from my score. Before I continue on, there's a few parts of the battle board I need to explain to make things go more smoothly. Every turn the player must decide whether they want to stand or hit. These buttons have similar functions to their blackjack counterparts, but if you're unfamiliar with them, I'll go ahead and explain. Hitting means that you'll be dealt a new card from the dealer deck, which will be any number between 1 and 10. The dealer deck consists of 40 cards, with 4 duplicates of each number 1 through 10. The amount of cards left in the dealer deck is given by the number in the bottom right hand corner of the screen. When this number hits 0, the dealer deck will simply be refreshed and a new deck of 40 will be used. If players keep track of what cards have been dealt to them, they'll be able to better predict what cards will be dealt in the future. For example, since I've been dealt a 10 card in my first turn, I know that the odds of me being dealt another 10 card for my next turn are slightly lower than the odds of me being dealt any other numbered card. When a player decides to stand, they forfeit their ability to play cards from their hand, or to hit and be dealt new cards from the dealer deck. A round can end in either two ways. The first way is when both players are standing, in which case whichever player is closest to 20 will win that round. If both players are standing on the same number, that round will simply end in a tie. The second way is if a player goes over 20 and they don't have any negative cards to bring their score back down below 20. Now that I've explained the basic mechanics, I'm going to run through a game. You may have noticed that some of the cards in my hand are a bit different. That's actually because I started a new game to get some of the more complex cards, so I could explain all the mechanics. One of the things you'll notice is this D card, which stands for double. This card doubles the value of the last card played, so usually you'll want to play if you get dealt a 10 card or 9 card the first round. In this case I was, so I'm going to play it to bring my score to 18 and then stand. Now the player used a plus minus 6 card and used the addition part of it to hit 18 and tied the round. Now if I had saved that D card for this round, it would have actually gotten me to 20, which is a lot better. Unfortunately I didn't, so I have to keep hitting. And turns out it didn't matter because I got 2 10 cards and it brought me to 20. Now that I won a round, the score marker lit up. When I win 5 rounds, that means I win the game. Now you'll notice that this middle score marker is a bit different. It has 4 holes in it. This means that when I reach a score of 3, new cards will be dealt. It doesn't matter whether the player or I reaches a score of 3 though. If my opponent reaches a score of 3 first, that's when new cards will be dealt. A player can only hold 4 cards in their hand, so if I somehow manage to keep all these cards and a score of 3 is reached, I'll actually only be dealt 1 additional card. So what some players may want to do is get rid of the garbage cards in their hand so they can make way for potentially more powerful cards. Now I was at 18, I'll play a 2 card and stand. See if the opponent can match me. Alright, you'll see that this opponent played an S card, which is actually the opposite of the double card. It subtracts the value of the last card played. Alright, new cards are dealt, because I hit a score of 3. Um, pretty good cards, 2 dual cards. Dual cards are always very nice. Now, this opponent played a tiebreaker card. These cards act very similarly to the dual cards, but in the case that both players are standing on the same number, my opponent will actually win that round. These are the most powerful card types in the game, and they're usually limited in most of the game modes. If I want to win, I'll have to actually hit 19 or above, since I don't have any tiebreaker cards. Fortunately, I can hit 19 and win the round. Now, the one card I haven't explained yet is this multi-numbered card. I can actually flip this card to offer both the numbers on the card, so it can act as either a -1 or a -5 card. And looks like I'll probably be standing. And that was enough for me to win the game. So that was a basic game of Luckless 7. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, you can leave a comment or go on our website at www.deckpointstudio.com. Thanks for watching.